Hello, I like to make today cake zelf. It will be orange one. So what we do is for that is we have one a rectangular baking tin, which is about 20 by 30, or if you look on the base measurements, it will be 16.5 by 26. Does not really matter which smaller or bigger. If you have rectangular tin, you can make this cake. So what we have also, we use one box of a chocolate cake mix, which is we mix and bake according instruction on the box, and it's baked now and cooled, so we level and place on a cake board. So next step is to apply some frosting. Two things is, or we could leave it as it is and just paint it in cake, or we could draw with a toothpick image of zelf, and these parts will be here, so we just can trim a little bit on the bottom part. You can do that or just leave it as it is frosted. We can place ready to roll icing or fondant, and it just will be sort of like a picture. Or as I said, we can also simply trim it, this part away, and just for the sort of cheeks, and rest will be here. What I think also is a good idea to trim slightly edges on top of cake too. So once we done our trimmings, you apply chocolate frosting or any frosting of your choice, depending on what cake you actually using. So what we do is next, we're using one box ready to roll icing. You can use a fondant as well as a substitute, or if you only have fondant, what you do is roll out on your working surface, which is you sprinkle with a powdered icing sugar to prevent sticking, and transfer on top of your cake. What we do is here apply a little bit of powdered icing sugar, and start working from top of cake, smoothing up everything, and to make sure you're happy with shape of cake as well. Once you're happy what you see, that trim away extras. Always try from trimming further away from cake to make sure you're not making any mistakes. Bring up closer and trim away right to the cake. Once we trim away extras, that's how our cake look like now. So what we do is we can use toothpick, or we can use back of brush, which is nice and round. And what you do is you outline patterns of a zelf. Of course, you can do your favorite zelf, and in the eyes. So once we've done all that, let's have a look. You can see some patterns there. So once you've done all patterns and you're able to see, what we do is next we can outline with you can use black gel food coloring and apply with a small strokes with a toothpick, or you can use according your zelf color liquid food coloring, and can apply with very small sort of brush. I have this packet of food decorating pens, which is edible. They designed for the cakes. And what we do is here, I will outline them with our edible pens. So what we do basically, we of course follow our instructions, and we do the face and ease first. This sort of a pen, it's very easy to work with, and save you a lot of time too. They also stay fresh for very long time, which is very comfortable. We just make a little tiny nose. In the mouth. And what we do is, as you can see, this is start. We just follow our patterns and let's trace on them. Once we finish with our patterns, that's how our cake is look like now. So what we do is next, we take two different liquid food coloring, red and yellow. So what we do is place yellow liquid food coloring first, then apply a small drop of a red, mix it until you're happy with the orange color you achieve. If you need a little bit darker, then you can add red liquid food coloring, but if you need a little bit lighter, then you need yellow liquid food coloring. So what we do on this stage, we start applying our face with the orange liquid food coloring, which is we just made it. Once we finish with the face, next step will be to apply red from outside, which is we're using liquid food coloring red, and a yellow liquid food coloring inside. So let's proceed and color our face. Once we finish coloring our zelf, as you can see, this is light not very good, isn't it? See, as you can see, all our patterns are there, and to make it face more realistic, use a little bit of white gel food coloring. Just place it a little bit on your plate, and simply I would shadow areas where you want lighten up. With the here, use kind of a robust sort of, not soft brush, more like a harder brush, because you want to make it strikes sort of, and do in a one direction, just like that. So apply yellow on the middle, and to blend them in, do not dip the brush into color. Whatever left over red on your brush, just to have few strikes in the middle or on end, and blend in with a yellow with a brush which is you use yellow liquid food coloring. That's how you get a sort of blend in color. I hope you do like our creation of zelf, and thank you very much for your time with me today. Everything will be in the description box. If you're interested, please do have a look. Thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.